Hey, what's up guys, this is TRS and today I'm playing something new, Gone Home. I'm actually on the stream right now. I started with a bit of Counter-Strike Go, but then I said okay, let's play something different. Gone Home. I want to play these games in stages. Everybody said that it's a great game. I want to do it. New game, let's try it. Use arrows keys to walk and look around using the mouse. Easy. Good start then. Okay, let's see what happens. Loading. I don't know anything about this story. I don't know anything about the producers. Anything about anything. No, but nothing about anything. But let's see. Okay, silence.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
Okay, June 7th, 1995, 1 AM. So I like the years. So I'm coming back from Europe, back home. Okay, Katie, I'm sorry I can't be there to see you, but it's impossible. Please don't go digging around, try to find out where I am. I don't want anyone to know. We'll see each other again someday. I love you, Sam. What? It's my sister? Okay. Can I change the sensitivity? It's very high. Let me see. Controls. Yes. Back. Better. Still maybe too high, but let's see. So, come on. Normally they put the key under this. No? Okay. I mean, I should have the keys. Portland. Ah, I'm in Portland, Oregon? Or in Portland, Maine? Okay, I've been in Belgium, I see here. Okay, right click zoom. Okay, I'm already stuck. Christmas. Ah, the secret. Press 1 or I to check the contents of your backpack. Okay, passport. So my name is what is this? Caitlin Greenbrier. 73 is 94, so I have 21. I'm 21 years old. Oh, from Amsterdam. Oh, cool. To Portland. So, okay. Transfer Cincinnati. Okay. Okay, spent 1 year in Europe. Actually, now there is a direct flight to Portland. And spare key. There was it under the Christmas there. Okay, map from port journal. Okay, journal. Okay, I know what they did. Okay, let me open like this. What the hell? Sam? Mom? What's this? A shipment. Box's kitchen. What?
Dear Katie, So much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm in a new school. And my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real. But I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal. Just like I was talking to you.
Okay, what happened? Let me ask, I need to backpack. What happened, Sam? Now I'm a bit worried. I was out just 1 year. What's this? Direction for work from new house. Left on grab tree, right on bullhorn, exit into 1 hour 10 minutes. Okay. Okay. Go back. Oh, did I saw it already? Can I? Yes, perfect. Wow, well, where is everybody? Okay, let me active like it was a real person. So what I would go? I would go to the room or it's not that's strange. How is it zoom? I wanted to run. Because I will run actually. Is it toilet? I keep opening everything. Okay, I don't need to poop now. Stephen King, okay. Yes, let me turn on the light. Is there any voicemail? Yeah. Ah, yes. Play messages.
Sam. Sam. Hello. Sam. Sam, where are you? Really? I need to talk to you. Please be there.
I'm scared now.
Hi, Mom. So I got my ticket home from Europe. I get back on June 6th, but it's a really late flight because that was the cheapest, so it gets in at midnight. But don't worry, I'll get a shuttle from the airport so you don't have to pick me up. Like, really seriously, you don't have to. Okay, so, love you. See you soon. Bye.
Okay. Sam, Daniel from the old neighborhood called. He wants to come to see the new house. Call him back. Mom, Daniel is a total weirdo. The only reason I ever hung out with him in the first place is he had a Nintendo when we were little. Okay. What's this? Anyway. Let me see upstairs. Let me turn on the light though. What's this? Cards. The thing is, I don't even know if this one is a scary game, so I don't know what to expect. Temporary personal transfer. Okay. What's this? Monday. Quick planner. Okay, not much. Let me turn the lights, please. What's this?
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
To whom it may concern. Hi, Samantha. Remember, I am 17 years old and I'm therefore independent, fully functional human being. The fact that you're still forbidden from going to the city on my own is frankly absurd. Compared with Katie, who is only 3 years older than me, and yet you're only will go across the ocean, another continent, on her own. It's just... I just want to spend an evening in a normal, totally safe city on my own, like human being, and since you may also remember that I have my own car now, you can't really stop me. Warmest regards, your daughter Samantha. Okay, so I'm Katie, my daughter is Samantha. Daniel. He wants his Nintendo game back, okay. This is Samantha room, I think. So she's 17. I'm 20, 21, I think. Okay. Yes. Okay, good. Journey of Crystal. Okay. Just straight away. Oh oh. Unlock. Nice room. It's bigger than mine. Yeah, let me turn on every light in this house because I don't like it. Oh 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 oh. What's this? Wild color, red right hand, semi-permanent hair color. Okay. Scared me. Thought it
Lonnie
was.
brought her hair dye over today. She said, "I need to fix these roots. Think you could help?" Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked into the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy or good or whatever. But that's when she said, "You're so beautiful." And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited, and the moment was gone.
Okay, let me put the subs. I think it's better. Here we go. happened here? Okay, let me go first this because I've seen something. What's this? Oof. Katie, Mom and Dad were going to make up the guest room for you to stay in over the summer, but you came home on such short notice that they weren't around to do it. You can use my room if you want. I won't be needed anymore, Sam. What happened, Sam? Now I'm a bit... Ah, okay, so this is the guest room. But she said you don't need that. Composition book. Saint Journal. I saw a shadow in the upstairs hall. When I rounded the corner, no one was there. How tall was Uncle Oscar? Note, I was not wearing my glasses. A faint voice coming from the bottom of the stairs. I said hello. Didn't investigate. Probably was the furnace. Poor milk from carton in the fridge. It was spoiled. Pretty sure I read the spirit cancer. Milk was just bought yesterday. Lenny says she feels a pressure in the TV room. A presence. I suddenly begin to feel cold. We built a protective pillow fort. Lenny or Larry? I don't know. Lenny and I employ Ouija board. There's a medium. Disturbing messages are conveyed from the other side. Oscar is definitely here. Who is Oscar? Oh man, there's ghosts here. And Lenny to stay up all night. I've asked Lenny to stay all night and help patrol premises, recording any sign of other unreported many signs, but don't remain confirmed. Possible ectoplasm in the other sample taken just in case, despite we both fell asleep for it. Okay. Hey Sam, you're asking what my ribbons meant? Yes sir, the guarantee. Okay. What the hell is this? Sam's dark room. Don't enter if red lights are on. Can I turn on the light here as well? No? What's this? Former Richard Nojenski was the supervisor ranger. Okay, maybe it's my mom or my dad. Halloween show, the Misfits, don't forget your costume.
Sometimes you just have to lie to Mom and Dad. Like when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to Mom and Dad's situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. And everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Between two songs, Lonnie leaned over and said, "How do you like your first show?" I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. I think she could tell.
Okay. Nice story, Sam. I'm sorry I was 1 year away. What's this? Okay, the kind of Desperate Housewife books. What's this? It's a costume. Captain Allegra, Aka the first mate. Your costume, my costume. Okay. Lenny, holy crap, I was in the library and noticed something in the corner, and I found a secret passage. And it had Oscar's creepier stuff in it. Oh my god, I got to see this. We are skipping. What's this? It's a library, bathroom, closet. Mom and dad's room, bathroom, closet, here. Bathroom, closet. What's this? Okay. It's another. Oh, I can put it there. Okay, music. So let me see. Bathroom. Okay, this is mom and dad's room, I think. Closet. Around the corner. Bathroom. What was that? Was bathroom around the corner. The honeymoon. Discovering your spouse. Okay. Boom. Where was in the corner? Is there a light here? Yes, let me turn on. Closet. Oh, scary. Around the corner. Ah, library is this one. Library. A corner where? Can I run? Ah, crouch. Let me see again there. Irvin. Oh no, I don't have it. Can I want to take it. Can I? Was alive in the library, and I noticed something in the corner, and I found a secret in the library. Ah, okay. Secret passage. Closet. Bathroom closet. But it's in the closet. Closet. Ooh. Holy crap. I'm scared now. Ghost Hunter, Simon Lonely Secret House Investigation Log. Hidden compartments found 3. Library. Upstairs hall. Foyer. Evidence. So library. Okay, now I'm here. Evidence of supernatural discovered 0. Search continues. Here and here. I don't see a thing. There is no light here. Oof. Okay. Oh fuck. Oh jeez. Ah, I was in the library. Let me turn on the light here. Because I'm a bit scared now. Yes. Is there any other? Dear Terence, David asked me to write you regarding your reviews. You've been friendly, becoming more troubled than they were. Review editors, so maybe it's a writer. Anyway. What is the other? This is a studio. Light, please. Yes, thanks. Right. Okay. Nothing relevant here. Books. Okay, no thanks, but no thanks. Where are the other? Where am I? This house is huge. Again, let me turn on the lights. Ah, this is. Hi Mom, Dad and Sam. I'm in Paris. I've done many Parisian things, including eating le petit du jour and wearing a beret. I'm going to have a lot of friends when I get back. Sam, I'm bringing you back something from the Shakespeare Book Company. This is Oregon, Boone County. Okay, so it's Portland in Oregon. Okay. Read notes. Welcome, new student. We hope that you are excited about your first day. Before a year.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class, and I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House girl. Great.
Okay, something happened in this house then. Where am I here? Foyer, there was another. I remember foyer. Nice skull. Show Mexico. Boom. Track and field. Track and field. Where is it? Cool. Cool. Let me. Yes. Lock. Oh, number 2. Okay. Let me go here. Oops. Oop. Don't remember. What's that X? No. X. Here we go. Oh, the Uja. To open, the combination. Okay. Hello. How do you want to? I'm scared now. This is closed, I cannot go in. Okay. Let me go back here. Because I want to see what are the three. Library. This and this. What's this? My room, in front of my room. We did it in front of my room, the usual. And then library, we did it. Oh no, it's another one. And this one foyer is downstairs, I think. Yes. Okay. So library, there is another one here. Here we go. The Misfits.
At Todd's brother's place after the show, there was only a futon to sleep on, so Lonnie and I shared it. The lights went out. I was turned toward her. My eyes started to adjust, and then I could see she was looking at me, too. In the dark, she smiled. My heart was beating so fast. I rolled over. I felt so, I don't know, nervous? After a minute, she put her arm around me and was so close and whispered in my ear, "I really like you." I just nodded my head, and I really hope she could tell. I really hope that she meant what I think she did. I felt like a shook-up can of soda ever since. I hope we have the chance to talk before I explode.
Nice love story. Okay. Something on my roof. Boom. Okay, so the other one is the foyer. Oh, another combination. I've seen a number though there. Let me see if I remember it. 04451. Let me write it. 0451. Let me see if I can use this somewhere. I don't think so, but let's try. 0451. Here we go, my friend. Dear Mr. Mason, please find close the original document and type a take open your new record. Not already. Oof. Will and Testament. Oscar Mason possible if I December last will show describe them alive resident bounty. I declare that I am not sending debts in my name, okay? To my nephew, Terrence. Okay. It's my... Where is okay. So I think my father got something from maybe this house even. Okay, he's a writer, I think. So let me go down. What's this? I've been here? Thought there was a person there.
Northwest Weather Service reports high winds and torrential rain conditions affecting the following counties: Austin County, Boone County, Dawn County.
Making friends.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk, but sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform, and she's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, like, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
Okay, nothing here. I think we'll find Pioneer. Okay. Ooh. X-Files. I think this. I'm sure. I mean, this is the actual programs. The hired the 17th of February. X-Files. Cool. I used to watch it as well. Let me put his music. They love music in this house. Cute. Okay, guys. No, not keep it on. Cabinet. Diving at the edge of the world. Some of the other people. Part 1. Okay. What's this? I think there's a person there every time I go. So, okay, I'm down again. Because now I'm in the foyer. And there was a kind of... Is this one? Where am I now? Here. Here we go. Private, do not read. Heaven at the edge of the world. Ah, is this... Allegro and the scouting party appeared down... The story. Do I need to read it? Yeah, no, I'm bad. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Let me take now 051. Let me go to my sister room. Upstairs. Come on. Zero 50 1 0 50 1 0 50 1. Here we go. Oh, Sam, it's you. Now it's Lonnie.
Lonnie came over today. Everything was different. She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look at me. Finally, I asked her what was going on. She said she felt like she'd done something wrong that night in the city. Like I must think... But I said no. There was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say... but I couldn't find the words. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her. Lonnie, do you think you could ever... And that's when she kissed me.
Great story. Teenager love. Great. Basement key adding the to backpack. Ah, cigarettes. Okay, basement. Let me go down. What is the... The stairs? What are the stairs? No, I cannot go there, I don't know. Basement. Basement. Oh, no. Basement, basement, basement. So it should be this one. The tag says basement, so but it's not this one. So where I can go to the basement? I think from outside. Here we go. Basement. Now and then you hear some noises. Ah, it's this one. Oh. This one is closed still. But I don't think I need to go. Where is the basement? Library. Okay, I don't think that book went well. I don't know. I don't know, my friends. Where I'm supposed to go? I remember there was another closed room, but I don't remember where. What's this noise? Basement. I don't get it. Why this is closed again? Closed. Basement. Nothing here. What's this? Dear John, it's so good to hear from your opinion. Yeah, you again. All this news business sounds like yeah, okay. Not important. Let me see. Then I go back down. What's this? Hey Sam, do you want to see Pulp Fiction of the school at the Coliseum? We came all last weekend and no one shut up about it, so either it's good or we can make fun of him for liking it. Supposed to we didn't and chapter 2 board game. Get your number. What's this? Holy Bible. A dog. 188. Try. Okay. So I'm a bit confused now because I don't know where to go. I have a key for a basement, but see where I'm coming from. Let me try again that thing upstairs. Here. No secrets here. Okay, I've been there already. A key for a basement. There was a door here. I remember wrongly. Basement. That's it. There's nothing here. No door. The secret. No more door. No. Is that one? Maybe yes. I think there was this one with the one closed. Reproductive system worksheet. Sound dash. What's this? Okay, story. Oh, Egypt. No, I don't want to play. Nice music in this game. Dear Mr. Green, I already heard that the front of Mercury books will never publish a follow. Okay. So my father is a writer, but it's not really working out, huh? Okay, what's this? I can't see a thing. Light, please. No light, okay. Which is good. Ah, here we go. Oh man. Oh, I think it didn't sell much. Anyway, still he wrote a book. So, but this room is quite useless though, there is nothing that changed the story. Here. I totally missed this area. Oh. Hi Lonnie, so if you wanted to come over to my house still this afternoon, I can drive. It's kind of far, but I can drive you home too, so that's fine. Totally in, see you there.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Okay, so I didn't listen to the tapes in order. But it's fun. Oh, we go basement. My friend. Light, please. So, Rotary, thank you for having me to your Thanksgiving. Okay, so she's barely always at my place, but it's okay.
It's different now. I mean, we still hang out all the time like before. But now when no one else is around... Well, you know... So you could say we're dating. But it's secret. Secret dating? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the real difference. Now when we get off the phone, or go home for the night, or it's just quiet and we're alone, we say I love you.
Sweet. Oh, the furnace. Is Freddy Krueger there? Can I turn on the light here? Yes, please. Thank God. What's this? Ah, this is mine, Kitty. Anyway. All my stuff has been put here. Okay, good, thanks. Thanks for that. Quite scared because he reminds me of Freddy Krueger here. Okay. There's a light here. Oh, thank God. Books, books, books everywhere. Pre-college, Samantha. This accommodation, please inform you that the mission creative writing track of recall. Okay.
I'm so stupid sometimes. I was telling Lonnie that I got into my college summer program thing, and I was all making plans like, you should come visit me, stay in my dorm room. But she said, Sam, I ship out on June 6th. I was like, ship out? To where? She said, to basic training. What did you think I was doing all that ROTC stuff for? I guess she's been planning to join the army right after high school since she was like 12. And I guess she's really going to do it. So I was like, after graduation, I'm just never going to see you again? She said, let's just have fun while we can.
Ah, yeah. Twist of the plot. Oh. Thank you for sending a copy of the... Okay, yeah, my father didn't look great. Oh, mom. What's here? Hey, Samantha. X-ray. Girl Scout, the band formerly known as
Todd's band lost their singer. Todd said he sucked. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's shit, and he was complaining about needing a new singer. So Lonnie was like, I can sing. And they were all kind of like, you can? And she was like, probably. But she's been rehearsing with them for like a week now. And I finally got to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually really amazing. I feel so proud when she's on stage. It's incredible being in awe of someone you love. So everybody knows it's like a temporary situation till she ships out in June. But till then, I'm gonna be at every single show.
okay. Nice. Ooh, what's this? First floor. Stairs to basement. Okay. This is the map of the first floor. I think I covered everything. Oh, enter combination. What was the name of the 1883? Oh, the color. Oh, nice. Terry age, Thanksgiving. 1957. Wow. No. Okay. Ah, yes, there's another room here. Hey Sam, I'm writing you from Morton Force. I'm here on a stupid class trip, which is stupid because it's March and I don't know if anyone running this school has been or but it's cold and rainy and shitty March, wish you were here. And what in this year in the gift shop?
They tell you to stick with the group on field trips, Katie. There's a reason for that. Lonnie and I snuck off on the side paths at Multnomah Falls and got a little lost. Okay, a lot lost. Like, for hours. Right before the bus left, we found a trail and came running down the path, soaked and covered in mud, shouting for the bus not to leave. The school called home. Mom and Dad said, you didn't get into trouble like this before you met that Lonnie girl. But I don't think they know about us. The kids at school, though, I'm really afraid that's a whole other story. Stick with the group, Katie. Stick with the group.
Eat them, eat them. What is it where also coming from? No. No. What's coming from there? Okay, let me go here then. Is there anything here? Since hands. So where I'm going here. Huh? The psycho house girl, the coolest stuff about being a cool thing. Everybody in the hall thinking you don't know, they're looking at you and See weapons. Skeletons. Nice comic book. Why these lights are on though, eh? Where the light is coming from? Wow, this is all an hidden area. Yes, thanks. Offer of promotion. Aha! Now I got it. This was the locked room. Thank God I made it. What's this? Why? King, her wind and fire auditorium. Ah, it's a ticket for a gig. Sam, this car was the coolest thing I found in Mexico, and it was like $3. Merry Christmas. Okay. Can I turn on the light? Yes. I love that you can turn on all the light. What's this? Yeah. I got a ticket for my girlfriend said what's this? Ah, she used the cover for a flyer. Oh, Rome, nice. Ah, this assembly, I'm on the is weird. As you can see, the Catholic Church still has a lot of money. I got in this is a Sistine Chapel. Oh. Next step, Barcelona. Rome is beautiful, guys. Anyway, what's this? Okay, she did something as cool. Since you refused to hear us out of the your mother and I are putting this in writing. From social and for... Wow, I got punished.
I had an interesting talk with Mom and Dad tonight. One you were never gonna need to have. I mean, you've known, right? I've known. I've known since, like, She-Ra. Mom and Dad didn't, I guess. But they saw the zine and the stuff on the locker, and they were like, is there something we should know about you and Lonnie? And so here's the thing. I was prepared for them to be mad, or disappointed, or start crying, or something. But they were just in denial. You're too young to know what you want. You and Lonnie are just good friends. You just haven't met the right boy. It's a phase. That's what I didn't see coming. That they wouldn't even respect me enough to believe me. Well, joke's on them, 'cause they're in for one very long phase.
Okay. I like the story. It's adult stories, which is good because I'm not a small kid anymore, unlikely. What's this? Okay, looks like a marble, but it's okay. Where am I? I've been here before? No, I don't remember this. Okay, so it's June. Yes, I forgot that. But it's like another house here. No way. A garage. Sam, your mother and I will be away for a long weekend. So anniversary June 27. We'll be camping in the but we will give you a call when we which is still a renovation that trust wow. Okay. Okay. They will pay a lot of electricity when they will be back. Anyway. Here's another one. Okay, just random stuff, I think. Nothing worth. Is there a cassette somewhere? Oh. What is new position? Okay. So I've been here. Not here. Or okay, I need to go here then. Oh, this house is huge. I wish I had such a big house. Oh, nice. What is this? From the pen of Terrence. Okay, my father. Let me see there, son. 3795. Oh. Where we'll do it? Secret door, foyer, under stairs. Greenhouse, dining room, secret door, foyer, under stairs.
We agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever, and we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off. then ran up to the attic to look through our photos, to find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were all in the past, and there wouldn't be any more. I didn't know what I was going to do, and I cried, and she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving without her. That's when she cried too. I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that, in her arms. In the morning, I woke up, and I was finally alone.
Life moves on. I cannot move here. Okay, let me... Greenhouse. Let me check. Secret room on the stairs. Foyer. And this one. Let me go back. Why I crouched? I didn't get it yet. Why can crouch? I didn't use it at all. Anyway. No. Let me go back here. Kitchen. Okay. I'm here, stairs. Holy cow, what's this? Who's this guy? Go away. Oh man, what are you doing, ladies? Attic.
The sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.
Uh-oh. I don't know, I have a bad feeling. Let me go up quickly. Sam, I hope you didn't do anything stupid.
Oh my god. Katie. I fell asleep in the attic, in Lonnie and my old spot, and I missed the first 2 calls. I just barely caught the third one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie, on a payphone. She'd been on the bus to Basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us, and that she couldn't go through with it, with the army and being apart and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, "Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we find somewhere for us." And she asked me if I could do that. And I said yes. Yes.
So you run away with Lonnie?
Katie, I'm so sorry that I can't be there to see you in person, that I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did. And that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me, and you'll just know that I am where I need to be. I love you so much, Katie. I'll see you again. Someday. Love, Sam.
So, where did you go, Sam? Wow. Great game. 1 hour and a half of playing, not much. But I mean, the experience is quite cool. And didn't play something like that. Yeah, maybe never play something like that. It's quite cool, guys. Quite cool. Gone Home, a great game. Great gaming experience, I have to say. 1 hour and a half, more or less. I'm not sure about the price of the game, but I think it's worth. Regardless about the price. Regardless of the price. So, I think I'm gonna cut here then. And Sam, all the best. Hope you're happy now. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video. My name is DRS. It was a pleasure to play with you. Bye.